In this video, I'll show you how to create a stunning digital product to sell, even if you're a beginner. And I wanted to look for and create a simple digital product that was trending and that was making sales. So today we're going to do just that, step by step. And hang around till the end of the video and I'll show you how you can get your hands on this gorgeous bundle of images that we create today, plus all the prompts that I use. So please like this video, subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing, and let's get creating. Here I am inside of Insight Factory, which is a paid tool and gives us all sorts of insights into what's happening inside of Etsy. One of the things it does do is tell us what's trending and what's popular right now. Today I wanted to find a trending product that a beginner could make, and we've all sorts of sections here, clip art, invitations, there's all sorts. I'm going to go into printables because hopefully I can find something that's trending, something that's straightforward to make in very little time, and I enjoy creating them. So let's click into printables, and I'm thinking something like schedule or worksheet, something that's just one page that can be quick, done, something that's popular right now. So let's click into schedule and let's have a look what catches our eye. So if you want to create things for the kids niche, all about today printable, that looks interesting. Hot sales signal, low competition, anything under 1,000 is considered low competition, and 17 listings on the first page had sales, so that's a positive indication. So let's have a look, let's click into it. So it's an all about today printable, it's had 11 sales yesterday. Let's click into it, view, and you can see basically that it's the record of a day for a toddler. So sections to fill in for food, nap times, potty time, etc. So it's just a one sheet printable that's cutely designed, and I think this has got quite good scope. We could create this for any person, so it's got lots of scope. We could do a few of these for different people. So I'm thinking busy mums, I'm thinking retired people, teenagers, but of course you've male, female, you could even do teachers, nurses, whatever suits the niche that you want to create for, and whatever you feel like creating. And I'm thinking that I want to create for busy mums. I'm thinking that a busy mum, although she probably doesn't have a lot of time to fill forms in, still wants to stay organised, and if we can make something as simple and as quick as possible for her to complete, she has a usable sheet that can be used to create a happier, balanced life. A record of what is to do today and a record of what's been done today is helpful to keep her organised, and also as a record of what's happened. So let's have a look for a base template. Plenty of templates over in Canva. If you go to your home page and come down the left hand side, click on templates here, and then at the top you can search. So I would think something like a tracker really would be a good base template. So we're looking for something that we think would be useful with different sections in it, that would give us a base for us to change around, but just means that we don't have to start from scratch. Maybe something like that has various different sections that could be usable. Again, something like this. Have a look through and see what jumps out to you. I'm thinking this one here might be a good one to start with. Customize this template. And now here we have a form that we can start to create. So you can always duplicate it if you want to. That way you're not messing with the original. You've always got that for future use. And then I think we can start to strip this back. I think that's far too busy. I think if a busy mum looks at that, it seems more like a job to complete that than a helpful form that flows to improve her day. So I would keep things as simple and as practical as possible when I'm thinking about planning my form. I jotted down some ideas on my notepad for an all about my day printable for a busy mum. I'm thinking that I need the date to keep a record. First thing will be things that I need to get or things that I need to remember. Things like David's got soccer practice, I've got to take the car in for a service, all those type of things. Things that she needs to do during the day for herself and her family. I'm also thinking about food intake, because to have a happier, balanced lifestyle. We all want to live a healthier life, but of course we're busy and sometimes it's things that don't really get planned and thought out. So maybe I thought we'd include this section so that she can jot down what she's eating for breakfast, lunch, dinner and other times, so that she has a record if she wants to count the calories, if she wants to track her mood. Maybe if something happened that day and it could be food related, she has a record of that. Or even if she has a toddler, and we can even add a grocery list in there, I think, as well. We'll see how much room we've got. Exercise and movement, maybe not a high priority for many busy mums because they're on the move all day. But again, we'll put that in as a small area because it may be something that they want to incorporate in the day. I think water is a good one to have in this section. We need to stay hydrated for health reasons as well as focus, clarity, and again, moving towards that healthier, happier, balanced life. A section for what went well, what could be improved. She can reflect on other things that's happened in the day that might indicate as to why she feels like that. And this could be a really helpful document for the day. 3 things I'm grateful for. I thought that this was important to put in purely because showing gratuity during the day, actually thinking about reflecting and being connected to what you are actually grateful for is a big part of leading a happier, more peaceful life. Again, you may feel differently. You may feel that you want different things on your sheet. That's great. It's your sheet, and that's why it will be unique. So try to really get into the head of who you're creating for and how they would use it, what would be useful for them. So with this in mind, you can see how something like this form here would be useful. We've already got the date here. Food intake, we could use these sections here, or lines, or a box. Exercise or movement, again, I would probably do a box, just put notes that they could write in. Water, little check boxes like this, little circles that they could tick. Lines, lines to write on, lines to write on. Again, laid out like that, and a notes section, something like that. So I feel that that would be a good base. However, I use Secret Weapon PLR for my base templates of everything. It's a brilliant website. It has over 1,000 templates in there that you are free to use with private label rights, which means you can use the templates in here, customize and alter them, create your own digital products to sell. And you can choose by niche, you can choose by product. There is all sorts. There's journals, there's forms, there's planners, there's websites, social media templates, worksheets, all sorts of things. So let's have a look what's new this month. And I think this could be good to use. It's something that looks quite pretty already. I want it to be simple yet effective. And although it's a coaching schedule, I can use that as my base. So I click into it. Access the template, which will give me the link to a Canva template. Click on that, open in editor, and there I have the base for my template already. Similar thing to Canva, I just feel that they're a better quality, and if for instance your niche is children, families, homeschooling, whatever, a lot of the time if you put your niche in, you'll find what's applicable for that. So for instance, if it's kids, then you've a whole host of things here. You've a planner there that you can switch up. That will be already full of valuable information in there. You just need to change up the design. All sorts that will be helpful for your digital products. So back to our template here. The first thing that I want to do before I decide on colours is to create some images, and I'm thinking to keep it light and simple. Pretty boho colours, maybe sage green, cream, blush pink, but simplicity and ease is going to be my main focus. I don't want a lot of information on the page so that it looks overwhelming before we even start. So I thought about creating some florals in Midjourney, and I put in some prompts for soft watercolour florals. And whilst I think those are really pretty, I just thought they were a little bit sort of wedding-y and not everyday for a busy mum. So I decided to go back to Artistly because I really like their simple clip art style. I think it's really cute. You'll see in a few of my other videos where I've used it and I've been really happy with the results. I'm going to go back to Artistly and it's an AI image generator that's improving all the time. Just a one-off cost of $49 currently, so the advantage of no recurring fees after that. And I think for clipart and some PNGs it gives really good results. But let's see what we can create today. So we log in, we go to create design, advanced AI image designer I'm going to use. We want to click on the start creating button. I'm just going to leave it as the settings that it is, because again we'll be moving over to Canva. So I'm going to click create, and down the side here you want to look for this icon here, which is the image generator. You can choose your image size and ratio, square, landscape, whichever. Here is where you're going to write your prompt. So I'll give you all the prompts that we create today, as well as all the clip art that we generate. I'll show you how you can get your hands on that at the end of the video. And I want to do a simple sort of boho western sage green blush cream colour palette. That's what I'm thinking. Something calming, something feminine, something simple that will fit with the form that I want to create for the person that I want to create it for, i.e. busy mums. She needs things to be calm. She doesn't need more chaos. So the first prompt that I'm going to put in there: watercolour florals in a western boho style, sage green, blush pink and cream, isolated on a white background. I want the isolated on a white background because I want to be able to remove the background easily to create a transparent image to drop into our digital product. So hit generate image. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking. So click on it to add it to the canvas. Then up here we can click to remove the background. Click remove background. I'm not particularly bothered about removing the background in here because I'm going to do that in Canva anyway, but just to show you that it is easy in here. And then it says click the image to add it to the canvas. So once the background's removed, click that so that the one with the removed background goes onto the canvas. You can also upscale the image in here if you want to, but I'm going to do my work on my template in Canva. So export as a PNG, and then that one's done. Again, you can run it again if you want to, see what else it creates. Get rid of that one. The beauty of this is you're not using up credits. You can create as many as you want. And again, I think that's really usable. So I'll just export that as a PNG. I'm now going to go for a watercolour floral notebook. That's quite pretty. Export. And then now maybe some running shoes, trainers, sneakers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, those will do. Export as a PNG. So I would continue with different prompts. As I say, I'll give you my list of prompts. Anything that you think would be relevant to the person that you're creating this for. So a cup of coffee, pots and pans, laundry basket, things that are going to be relevant and cohesive with a busy mum. And then I'm going to go back to my template in Canva, and I want to think about those different sections that I want to create for. So I might want to call it all about today, and I'm just going to get my text in and I'll sort the colours and such like out after. Choose which font you want. Things I need to get and remember as my first section. I'm actually just going to duplicate that so that I can go back to this and grab sections off if I want to. So things I need to do, remember. Remove that section. Can use these lines, just make, I think we can split this into 2 columns. So there we have our first section. Next is our food intake. So I'm going to go to this rectangle here, Command C to copy it, Command V to paste. And create this next section now. We've then got exercise and movement and water. Again, click on the box, duplicate it, bring in the sides, copy the header over, we can go over to elements here and let's have a look at something like drip. No, that's not what I'm after. Splash. Water drop. That might be too thick. Yeah. So maybe this. And then I'm thinking that we have and then highlight all of those, duplicate them. And then again we can duplicate this box for the exercise. And then we've got what went well, what could be improved. I'm just doing this roughly at the moment just to see how it fits with the different sizes. And I think we'll use this box here for this. Copy, Command V. What went well. What didn't go well. Copy these lines now. And then we'll have a notes section at the bottom. So I'm going to click on the rectangle, Command C to copy, Command V to paste. Something like this to break it up. And there we have a rough draft of our sheet. So as I'm looking at it, I'm thinking that these need to be smaller. I want to move this section up, so I'm going to highlight it all so it groups it together and then I can move it in one go. And that we can just give everything a little bit more space. Line it all up. And now let's decide on our colours. First I'm going to upload all my images into Canva that I created in Artistly, and I'm just going to put them on their own page so that we can pull out these colours. If we click on this page here, go to the colour wheel, we can now see that these are all the colours within here that we can use. But I do want, this isn't a million miles away, I do want to keep it light, fresh, because it's going to be printed and therefore we don't want to use a lot of ink. So I'm thinking that this wants to be a really light colour green. We'll make the text the same as the other text in the document. Change these colours here to match. Thinking this box wants to be even lighter. And that touch of colour is enough. We can then start to bring over our images and start to place those. Remove the background because I didn't do that in Artistly. And I want to take the transparency right the way back. Again, thinking about printing and the focus being on the usage of the actual form. In fact, I'll swap that over to this side and put the running shoe over. Again, the notebook, remove the background. Take the transparency right down. I also just did groceries in a bag as well. Take that transparency right down. Remove the background. I now want to create a long floral bouquet in landscape. Long floral bouquet, landscape. And I'm going to click the landscape button here, generate that again. Yeah, that's what I'm after. Export as a PNG. So drop the long floral bouquet in and I think that will look nice across there. Again, remove the background. Take the opacity right down. So I'm thinking that that is enough. Could maybe even go a touch lighter with this. And just play around with it till you get it how you want it. And I think that that would be a really useful sheet for a busy mum, something that she would use that's practical, that's going to help her during the day. I would now download that as a PDF at print quality because that then will be at 300 dpi and ready to go. And you can get your hands on everything that we've created today, including the upscale clip art and the prompts that we've used. The links below for that, grab them free, as well as the links to everything that we've talked about in this video. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and go watch these videos here next. Create party perfect bunting in minutes, even if you're a beginner, and create eye-catching digital products using clip art fast. I'll see you in the next one.